Good morning! Are you ready? Ready for change? Ready for breakthrough? Because we are ready. So before I start the morning, I have a quick question. Only one answer, okay? What is one word to be successful? One word lang. And I have a gift for you. I'll give you my personal book. Okay? So I'll start. Dito sa inyo, one word only to be successful. What's a step? Can you
I'm Carol Osorio. I'm from ADP Philippines. One word that would keep me going and to be successful is to continue to be optimistic. To be optimistic, sorry.
Optimistic, beautiful. Please give her a round of applause. That's for you. Okay, someone here. You also. Okay, you're raising your hand.
For me to continue to be being successful, by the way, I'm Dodgy. I'm from ODMS Enterprise. It's basically love.
Love.
Because I believe that love is a suffering intended to our special someone. And if we have that love in our heart, we can do everything.
Amen. All right, that's for you. See? We all know, right? How about here? Pastor.
Hello, I'm Neil. I'm from MMT Silent Ministries. I would say discipline.
Discipline. Beautiful. That's a good one. Please give him a round of applause. Yeah. So basically, we all know what to do to be successful, right? But the question is, how come very few people are successful and more unsuccessful? So that's a very good question. Did you ever think about that? Because I've been questioning myself, why? Because what I'm going to share with you are only three things. How I started, what are the steps that I use, and what is the outcome? Because I want you to know that I came from ultra poor, talagang poverty. Poverty in a sense that, you know, no washroom, that you want to go and poo and there's no washroom. Did you ever experience that? Right? You laugh, but that's the reality. But that's okay. I'm not shy to say it. But that's how I grew up. Like you want to drink water, but you go to your neighbor and fetch water. You know, if rainy season, you cannot cook because we use not even a charcoal, but yung wood, and the wind is so strong. So I have to go and look for plywood or aluminum so that the air can be controlled. Did you ever experience that? See? But you see, I gone through those things. I came from 11 children. My older brothers were 5. The 6, a girl, but she had polio, and I'm number 7. And then 4 after me, who are alive. Despite of that, there's 3 who passed away. Right? But we never complained. When I was young, the only thing I want is to really help my younger brothers and sisters, especially our mother. Our mother always sell fish, right? Oh, every morning. So what I do, I always help her also. That's why early morning I sell pandesal. Did I mention the pandesal? Because if I sell 100 pieces of pandesal, I made 2 peso and I can buy a kilo of rice that time. Who's my generation here? You have to tell the truth. During the 80s, right? Tell me the truth, don't lie, right? During the 80s, a kilo of rice is 18 peso. So I already make 2 peso. So I have 20 cents left over that I put in my piggy bank. See? So it's so nice because we can already eat in the morning. Ano ang ulam namin? Oh, we make, the rice, yung sinigang, so that you can make a coffee. Oh, pagkatapos mo, when you make that coffee, after that rice na naman, you can eat that again. Oh, double purpose. Oh, di ba ang cute? Right? See? By maximizing everything. See, be happy wherever we are. It doesn't matter where we are. What's matter where we're going. So at that young age, my focus is really looking after my siblings and help my mother. Because our father was not a responsible dad. Why? Drunkard? Womanizer? Gambler? Perfect father ba yun? Right? So, we never complain. Then my 5 brothers also, the same thing. Drunkard? Hindi naman sila womanizer, drunkard lang, every night. So that's the life that I grew up with. And I don't like that kind of life. So when I was already grade 4, I decided to work with different houses. Because parang hindi ko na sila makita so that I cannot see them anymore. But I can help my family by making money. So at that young age, I already know how to cook, how to clean, things like that. Right? And then grade 5 also, I worked with the mayor of my hometown. And then they put me into this grocery store. So I learned how to do sales right away. And it's so good. Because imagine grade 5, I'm responsible to, yung consignment of products. And also I'm responsible to put the prices. And I didn't realize at that young age, I'm already making 6,000 peso per day in sales. And this was in 1979, 78. That's a lot of money already that time, right? See, I never know how to magkuripot? Anong pangalan nun? Steal. And even my mother used to smoke cigarette, yung alam mo yung Alhambra. I always get upset if she get one and she won't even pay. Si Mommy, you have to pay. See, even that's my family, and that's my rules at that young age already, to be honest. Okay? And then by working from different homes, right, from elementary to high school, and then after high school, I decided to work in Bataan in the factory. During the time, Marcos time, yung tatay, di ba yung factory, grabe tayo noon. We're number 1, second to Asia, Southeast Asia. Japan and then Philippines were number 2. Do you remember that? Hindi pa ba kayo pinanganak noon? Right? Come on. Sino lang pinanganak that time during Marcos? Right, yes, right? We're number 2 in Asia that time, Southeast Asia, right? So we're so happy. So I work in the factory because in the factory, at least I can go to school at night. Kasi where are you going? That's very, very important, guys. Education is very important. But that's the only way for me to go to school because my parents cannot afford. I cannot afford to be really, di ba? You work during the day para at night you can go to school. And then it was so beautiful because on my first holiday going home, right? So I'm able to buy, for the first time, I'm able to buy kaldero, di ba ganon? Yung kutsara, okay, pinggan, kortina, aluminum. So the house, pagkuwang ganun, tapos magagamit ng mga kapatid ko, then it was so beautiful because I feel so rich that time and my family feels so rich too. It's so amazing and I really enjoy that. But my mother said to me, anak, I think you don't worry about us, look after yourself because you're already 17 years old. And you have to, dapat may boyfriend ka na. Kasi dalaga ka. But for me, that's not important because my important really, my siblings, right? Okay, so I work and then the first challenging that I experienced at the age of 18, our mother was diagnosed with lung cancer. Like that, right? She was diagnosed with lung cancer. Then, of course, we don't have money. How can we bring her to the hospital? And despite of that, we still brought her to the hospital and we really give everything what we can. Okay. And then, I think yung bagad full of water. After that, okay, the doctor told me, can you come to my clinic? I want to talk to you. Because I was the only one who went with her. And then they said, your mother has 3 months to live. She has lung cancer, so give as much you can because you cannot do anything. Something like that, right? So, what did I do? So again, I went to the chapel and prayed so hard, what can we do from here? And I don't like to lose our mother because she has very young children. Imagine the youngest son was only 6 years old. So I have to really talk to her nicely. I said, Mom, the doctor said you're already okay, so we have to go home. So at least we have to do that. Said, if that's what you said, anak, so let's do that. So again, when we reach home, using tricycle from my hometown to the Gupan, imagine that, ganun kami kahirap noon. But again, it doesn't matter, right? And then I talked to my siblings, I told them everything, let's do everything what we can to give that love to our mother because she won't live long. Okay. Then, she's fighting for her life talaga, but after 3 months, when I told her, Mommy, I'll do everything to give what you want for my younger brothers and sisters. Then she passed away. Okay. When she passed away, I decided to work in my hometown as a janitress in the bank. Okay. Working in the bank as a janitress, there's no problem because that's your stepping stone para matulungan ko nga mga kapatid ko. But then the second turning point na naman, I found out that our house or the lot, because of this microfinancing, naka-loan. For 25,000 principal, it went to 100,000 peso. How can I afford to pay? I only making 800 peso a month. Again, find ways, right? Anong solusyon? The solution was, he said to the bank manager, can I work for 1 year as a janitress? After 1 year, I'll go to abroad and work, and then I can pay you back. Then they said yes. So 1 year, target. So our mother died in September 21 of 85 during Marcos' time, if you remember. And I left Philippines of October of 86. See, target 1 year. So went to Singapore. When I reached to Singapore, what's my goal? To be the best domestic helper. So I asked my employer, what's your expectation from me? Everything what we do, when you know what the expectation of your boss in your organization, you double the performance. When you double the performance, it's amazing the outcome, correct? And that's what they're saying earlier. Tama? So that's all. It doesn't matter what position we do, but exactly the same. So when they told me the expectation, I double it. So what time I wake up in the morning? 5 o'clock in the morning para makakapaglaban na ako. 6 o'clock in the morning, prepare breakfast. 7 o'clock na naman, I walk the kids to school. And then from walk to the school, then I go to the market para mailuluto kami sa gabi. And then on the way home to the park, and then 10 o'clock in the house, papatulugon ko yung isa, then I do the cleaning. 12 o'clock, I go na naman to pick up the other child for lunch. After that na naman, atid ko na naman sa school. When I get back to home na naman, what do? Patulugin ko naman isa, then I can do continuously the laundry, ironing, preparing for dinner, da-da-da. 3 o'clock, go back, pick up the other child. Then park na naman, by fabula home, homework, then I'm doing the food. By 6 o'clock, dinner. So dire-diretso until 11 o'clock. So that's my life. But I never complain. Guys, we all have 24 hours a day, correct? But where we spend that 24 hours a day. So I maximize every moment of my time, that time, because I know where I want to go. Because I had 4 years only to be a domestic helper. With that 4 years, I can pay the debt, I can help my siblings, I can help myself. Because in Singapore also, I'm able to pursue my education. Because that one day off a month, I use that to go to school. It's called Open University because I want to be an accountant because I really wanted to start my own business someday. Isn't that cute? Come on, give me a round of applause for that. Right? That's fantastic. So again, I really manage my time wisely. See? And then I read lots of books from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. I read lots of books. And then when I finished 3 years, I told my employer, I want to move to Canada. Why Canada? Because I will be able to sponsor my siblings to join me to Canada for a better life. And then my employer gave me a reference letter. The reference letter was, Rebecca's absent-minded. She needs proper guidance on her work. So as soon as I read that, I told her, why is this? Who will hire me with this? Do you want me to go or not? And then I repeat in Barbados, if you don't like me to go, it's okay. I'll go home to Philippines. Then from Philippines, I go to Canada. You know that I did everything. I double my performance to you. But if you don't like me to go, then I'm sorry. Then she said, Rebecca, I don't like anybody to hire you because you're like my sister. That's the reason why. At least she tell me the truth. Then after that, she changed it. Again, after 3 months, I got employed another 3 months, I'm able to go to Canada. See? Target, 4 years, I'm able to leave Canada 3.5 years. Di ba ang ganda nun? So, ganun na naman yun. Laging target, I really, where I want to go, ganun yun. And then when I reach Canada again, alright? So, I have another target na naman. I want to be the best nanny. I call my name RN, Registered Nanny. That's my title in Canada. Okay, I ask again my employer, what's their performance na naman? So, I double again. But what's so beautiful about Canada, I can only work maximum of 12 hours a day. Not like in Singapore, 24/7. And only 1 day off a month. Oh my God, in Canada, only 12 hours per day for 5 days. Fantastic, right? Oh my God, a lot of people complaining, but I was so happy. So what did I do again after that? Monday, Wednesday, I pursue my education. Wow, so good. And then after that, Tuesday, Thursday, weekend, I have another part-time job. What did I do? Selling kitchenwares. Oh, I made a lot of money. Why? Imagine if you sell $5,000 per week, 35% commission. Now you calculate how much is that. Right? And you do times 4. How much? Can you calculate it? 7,000 a month. That's your part-time job. Can you do that? Are you excited? I was so excited. That's why on my first year in Canada, I'm able to buy a Volvo car and I paid cash. And that was wrong because I lost that money. So I don't recommend for you to buy expensive car. Right? But I was just learning that time. See? So it's so amazing. So then after that again, after 2 years, I said to be a nanny, I'm able to again get my employment paper, open permit. That's why I'm able to start my business after 2 years in Canada. See? It doesn't matter if you don't have education. When I left Philippines, I cannot speak proper English. I don't speak proper English because I went up to high school, but I'm always absent because I have to sell to help my family. See? So it doesn't matter. Okay? Kaya, and then also when I was in Canada, I don't have time to go for dates because that's not my priority looking for a boyfriend. I don't go to bars kasi I have a target. Right? And then, it's so beautiful kasi when I'm able to bring my siblings to Canada already, I really enjoyed my life. They go to school, nagkaroon ng pare, 3 of them, they're already doing so good already, in short. All of them in Canada, yung 4 na yon, right? So now, when I did that, bakit ko nagawa yon, right? Dahil yung mga steps na mga pinaggagawa ko. That's why I came back to Philippines when I'm able to do everything there. I came back because of the vision. Kasi if I can share this hope, this experience to our countrymen, especially mahirap, we can make Philippines first world. I experienced being a domestic helper, how they treated Filipinos abroad. Na-experience ko talaga yun. And even you read the Webster Dictionary in 1986, yata yun? What's the meaning of Filipina domestic helper? And that's really bad. I said someday we will show the world that Philippines is the first world country and Filipinos are good people, right? Come on, that's why you're here in Philippines, right? Right? Look at the speakers, they're here because they believe in us. Come on, give a round of applause to Filipinos. Yeah. So that's why we're doing the HSCO Forum, HSCO Awards like this to really make our country a first world Philippines. Okay? Now, where do you want to go, guys? Life is too short. Because of pandemic, it changed so much. I didn't realize that, right? So ako, when I leave Philippines, I know where I want to go. Number 1, career. What kind of career? Sabi ko, accounting, to have my own business. Okay. Tapos, bayaran yung utang, pay the debt, right? And my parents that leave me. And then after that, I build a house for them. Para meron ako yung bahay sa Philippines, all done. When I did all those things, of course, that's the time that I want to find the man that I want to marry. Who are single girls here? Are you all married? Because I can tell you how to find a man. Right? Do you want? Right? So, okay. So what did I do? I have an expectation to a partner. Right? Yes, I did. This is the reality. But by doing that, I read 2 books. 101 Way How to Find Way, 101 Ways What Women, hold on. 101 Ways How to Work with Men. I think that's something like that. And then the other one is How to Marry the Man of Your Choice. Those 2 books. So if you want, you can go online and read those because that helps me. So then I have 10 expectations. And then my friend said, Rebecca, I think this guy passed on your expectation. So then, of course, I called the guy. Right? So when I called him, and then we met. Of course, when I make sure that I have something to offer that guy, that I'm beautiful, I'm sexy, and of course, I paid the first date, the second date, third date, I paid. So make sure that I'm not cheap. That's cute, right? Right? Oh, and then that's why I think he likes me to start with. Kasi he knows that I'm not expecting from him. And then now we've been together for 29 years. There's Richard. Right? Di ba gwapo din siya? Right? See? Like that. So I really made those expectations in my life and it's so amazing, the outcome. So yun. What are the steps that I use? Really knowledge. I really study hard. I mentioned to you yesterday, you know, Car University, I really bought lots of, not CD pa before, it's only cassette tapes. I really listened to so many tapes. Even the cassette tapes, Walkman, when I walk, I really study as fast as I can. You guys are so lucky because everything now online. Everything in the YouTube, you can educate yourself. Even how fast it, kasi we all have 24 hours. It's more important, it's where you use those time. And that's what I did. I used my time very wisely. Even though when I already have my business, I still read from like 11 o'clock at night to 1 o'clock sometimes continuously. I don't care even though I don't have enough sleep because there's a direction that I want to achieve. So education is very important. Next, of course, you want to be in the top, right? Why not? Kasi that's my goal. When I was doing the sales, I want to be top. When I did Mary Kay, in 3 months, I become the director international already too. Something like that, right? In the Philippines, while we're doing this event, we want to be on the top. Always want to be on the top. Life is so short and we are so unique. We are only individual. I'm the only Rebecca Bustamante in this world. Nobody else. So I want to be the best Rebecca T. Bustamante in this world. Di ba cute yun? Yes, so always double performance all the time. That's what I do. I don't compete with anybody, but I compete with myself and I always want to be the best every single day. If today I do, what can I do better tomorrow? So that's my mantra. How about you guys? Okay? Especially our goal is to make Philippines first world. And so many organizations coming in here, the shared service, and it's so beautiful because we are number 1 in the world. Through you guys, it's happening. So palakpakan nyo ang mga sarili nyo naman, Dad. Thank you. Okay. This is very important to us, guys, gain control of your money. Like I noticed a lot of organization, there's a third party yung lending because a lot of employees, they give their yung ATM to a third party para sila mangutang because of this short-term, whatever, yung mga emergency fund, right? So it's so important this controlling your money. Kasi if you don't know how to control your money, when you reach 30, 40, 50, 60, you're broke, you will be sad. So I really manage this big time because if I don't know how to manage money, I'm sure nawala. All right? So I don't make a lot of money before, but what I do is in real estate. Kasi real estate really good return. How? I build my reputation to the bank. So I use the bank money to buy property. So when I get that property, I get a renter to pay for my mortgage. Okay? So through that, every year nakakabili ako. So thanks God, na-build ko yung business ko. Because dyan. So napakahalaga itong financial literacy is very important. Without that, what will happen to you? You don't like that if you die, somebody will cry because ang dami nating utang or ang daming responsibilidad. But people are happy na namatay tayo kasi wala silang utang. I think mas gusto ko pa yon, right? And that's what I do to my family. So this is very important, okay? Relationship is very important. Right? Kasi wherever we go, dapat maganda ang lumalabas. Kasi kung hindi maganda ang relasyon nyo, you cannot go farther. So even my relationship in Singapore, my employer, I can still go and visit them. I still visit them until now. Actually, when she got married, they even invite me to attend the wedding. Same thing in Canada, those kids that I look after, I have very good relationship with them. And we still visit them, and very important. Same thing in the Philippines, in our industry too. If we want to talk to the government, we can talk to them. If we want to talk to Dr. Bernie Villegas, we can talk to Dr. Bernie. They respond to us because of that relationship and the vision where are going. And that's very key. Kasi kung chika-chika tayo, you know, chika-chika, it's not good. So avoid those people. Just be with the positive people so that at least it's good where you're going. Okay? Work habit. What time you wake up, what time you go to sleep. Especially guys work at night sometimes. Paano nyo minamanage yun? Kasi it's very, for me, ever since until now, I still do the time management. What time I wake up, I never had helper in the house. So I wake up at 6, I still do my cleaning. When my kids, I look after them. Now just me and Richard, but we still do the things. Okay? And what time we go to do the work, what time we go to bed, everything is management talaga. So yung work habit nyo is very, very important. Because if you don't have the proper discipline by really managing that, sorry kayo. Kasi 24 hours today, like today, it will never come back tomorrow. Another day tomorrow, but different date. Tama? And then, next year, but different year. So I really value every second. Kasi if today is my last day, I know that I contribute big thing dito sa bansa natin. And that's what I do. Okay? Positive attitude. So many challenges, and that's part of us. We cannot avoid it. We are brain to that. May positive, may negative lagi, right? But I always look at the positive. Kahit ano ang challenges. Of course, we got bankrupt many times. Look at happened with the pandemic, right? But we continuously marketing Philippines. Kahit na kami funding namin, but still, because that is our vision. We never complain, but more on where are we going. And that's what we do. Okay? Of course, energy is very important. Kasi life is too short na naman, yung katawan natin. So, kailangan tayong exercise and eating healthy. Because if you don't do that, you know, I experienced that before when I don't do proper exercise, I got sick. I was diagnosed with brain tumor, and that's a breakthrough for me na naman. And then I realized na we only have one self, one body, so we have to look after that, okay? So in short, poverty is not hindrance really to be successful. Kayo, all of you guys are very educated, okay? You have good positions. If me from ultra poor, I'm able to reach this position, mas kaya nyo pa. Because if you guys can really work so hard, you can really enhance your family, the community, the Philippines, and together we can make Philippines a first world country. All right? So thank you and enjoy the day. Bye-bye.